What's going on YouTube, Gen X? Alleycatfire, I wanted to respond to your video, Black Men Can I Holler? I am a subscriber to your channel, so I do like, what you're doing. But I really had a bone to pick with you with your vid. I think you completely threw out the sort of black man that would be prone to approach you, as you stated in the beginning of your video. Are these going to be your more progressive, well-to-do black men that are going to come at you in that manner? Probably not, right? Because as a black man, and just as black men in general, we can come on, especially those who are progressive, we can come on and tell you how certain black women try to approach us directly or indirectly. If it's not, oh, what's going on, nigga? You look like you big ballin'. It's the whole, let me wear something skin tight, let me be overly revealing. And we don't like that either. That's kind of disrespectful. But to be real with you, to be honestly real with you, we don't make it into a big deal because we're not checking for those women anyways, right? The sort of women that would be prone to approach a man or try to attract a man on that level, we're not really checking for. So it's almost like a blessing in disguise, right? Because even if they did come at black men respectfully, okay, they still don't have what we're looking for. And I'm not trying to hate or, what's the word I'm looking for, be stereotypical, but, some of these women, just from personal experience, and other men can come on and co-sign, they're not your most progressive black women, right? More than likely, they may have a couple of kids out of wedlock. They may be on that hood-rich sort of mentality. So even if they figured out that they need to approach black men in a certain way, we're still not checking, so we don't bring it up, right? I'm not going to come on and say that, why do black women try to approach black men or try to attract black men in that manner? Because I know the type, and I'm not checking for that type. So, like I said, the same black men that may be prone to hollering you in that way, are they going to be your most progressive, right? Are they going to be your well-to-do, responsible sort of dudes? Because we can go to the mall, right, and I see what you're seeing as well, right? You'll see the cat that's there, and he doesn't look like he's looking for anything. He's just trying to holler at chicks. We've seen that before, right? And you're looking at him, and it's like, even if he did come at you respectfully, is he still going to have what you're looking for? No. So it's still like a wash. It's almost like a waste of time. And quite frankly, a lot of these men do it because it works. It may not have a high success rate, but think about it. If it only works for, let's say, 1 out of every 20 women that he meets, well, he's going to have some sort of success because they'll be there all day. And they'll come back tomorrow or 3 days later, right? So he may talk to 60 women in a week, but he's going to get 3 of them. It works. See, some of y'all forget, I'm not accusing you of doing this, but a lot of y'all forget what you responded to when you were younger. Right? Y'all forget that, yeah, you're a little bit older and you're more mature, but how were you at 18, 19, 20, maybe even 17? Because let's keep it real. The same dudes that will holler, they don't really care, right? They're trying to get whatever they can get. So y'all will throw out what worked before, right? If he was cute enough, but you didn't like the way he approached, you would still give the number out. So you can't turn around later on and act like it's something brand new, what's going on. I'm not, like I said, once again, I'm not saying it's you, but I'm saying overall, right? Even with me as a man, like I said, I don't like chicks who try to be overly revealing, right, in terms of trying to indirectly attract men by how they dress and whatnot. I don't like that, right? But I can't lie. At one point in time, I did. When I was younger, that was something that I would have liked, right? So for me to now be older and look back and say, why do black women do that, as if I never really liked that before, I'll be a liar, right? I'd be a fool. But either way, at the end of the day, to me it's a blessing more than anything because I'm not checking for you. And I'd rather have you be pretty direct in terms of where you are and where you stand in life, as opposed to you trying to act like, your shit is together. You approach a man on a certain level, or you put yourself in a position where you're approachable, but we have a couple of conversations and you're not what I'm looking for, right? As men, we've dealt with the hood rich chick who knows how to cover it up, right? We've dealt with hood-rich chicks who have all the mentalities, kids out of wedlock, but they at least know how to cover it up, right? So initially they came off mad, respectful, what we liked, but it's still a no-go. We don't like what's going on, right? And the same can go for the women, okay? That same dude that's hollering at you in that way, he could figure out that, I may have better luck with Alleycatfire if I have a suit on and I'm on, so hey, how you doing? Would you mind getting some coffee with me? Yada, yada, yada. But once you talk to him and figure out that he doesn't have a lot going on, are you still going to choose him? Right? I've never really heard people choose to be with somebody based off of the initial approach, right? The initial approach is almost irrelevant, right? So, that's my response to you. Hopefully you understand where I'm coming from, because I understand what you're saying, but it's the sort of black man that's going to do that. Just like if you go to some backtown bar and you have some biker white guys, beer drinking, pot belly sort of cats on motorcycles, how are they going to approach white women? Are they going to do the whole, hello, would you mind getting a cup of coffee with me? No, they're not going to do that either, right? So it's one of those socioeconomic norms in terms of how people relate to other people, right? And that's what's going on, right? So anyways, I think I was clear in this one. Let me know what you think. Like I said, I respect what you do, respect your videos, but, I just had some problems overall with your vid. Take it easy. God bless.